Hello, today reading on 6-6 in the Gemini Gates, and as some of you know, I love recording tarot reading that are linked to the very specific days and cycle, to the cycle we may track year by year, because I really believe that it is having kind of pattern, and understanding the pattern and reflecting on pattern may help a lot in making decisions and in making myself conscious about energetic of very specific time. So here we are now in the Gemini season. I was already recording from Ubud, from the swing. I encourage you to check this video. It was a very playful one, very immersed in the Gemini energy. And this reading is supposed to be also immersed in Gemini energy because we are still there. It's the June. But also it's like a gate reading. And by gate reading, I mean all this magical number as 5-5, 6-6, and the most popular Lion Gate 8-8. And on the 7-7, on the Cancer Gate, I will be already in Thailand. So I also love recording this in different qualities of landscape, in different countries, to also see how the energy is influencing me channeling this message for you. My name is Paulina Lucina. I'm an anthropologist, creativity coach. Some of my clients call me also like an inner alchemist, and I'm closer and closer to this last because I realized that what's happening on astrology and tarot reading is indeed kind of inner alchemy. It's like a very important balancing process that allow me to step fuller into my power and into consciousness. So this reading is for the collective. Everybody can reflect in that because apart from very personal journey that is more reflected by my personal horoscope and personal planets, and of course personal reading in tarot, we all are participating in the collective journey, and it's good to be conscious about that and see how these two are overlapping. So where we are in the collective, where I am now reflecting the collective. I am now here on the throne, on this comfy wooden chair in kind of light and calm environment of Munduk, and thinking this is collective. I would say the collective, we humans, had or need to have the reflection about what is stability, what is materia, what is my well-being, how do I feel with money, how do I feel with possessing things, how do I feel with my home base, how do I feel with the place where I am I conscious what I am possessing, am I positive about this concept of having and participating, or maybe I am escaping, how do I feel seeing this man that is emperor, how do I feel with the structure, how do I feel with the structures around me, how do I feel with governments, with bosses, with authority figures, a lot of questions, and am I this indeed for myself already? Am I having stable, supportive inner structure that is allowing me to make choices that allow my growth and fun? This man, maybe he's not looking very fun, but I was recording already about him. He belongs to great family of Great Arcana. He's Emperor number 4, and I was recording about him, naming him as a sovereign structure. So here also the question of sovereignty, sovereign came to the surface. Am I feeling sovereign? Am I feeling stable in my decision? Am I feeling independent? Or maybe I'm feeling trapped in materia and I need to find solution. Reflecting on collective, many markets, many job places are collapsing, many structures are changing, and I keep on keeping this positive attitude, seeing in it collapsing patriarchy, and I really believe from the healed masculine place in me and in women and in men, we are ready to create a new structure, new sovereign structure, new healthy structure, structures that will flourish and grow in beautiful natural places. Maybe it's time to create more balanced environment for living. I'm speaking it here in Munduk. After a few weeks in Ubud, I was just tired with too much hassle, and since 3 days I'm just relaxing here. I'm getting super slow. This card is also like reminding us that slow sometimes is the only way. If you are trying to force fast progress without having this inner stability and concrete, we may just burn too quick and nothing new will appear apart from me being burnout. So look again on this collective emperor energy, and I wish for us, we are all starting from the healed emperor energy place. And funny thing, for the first movie I was recording to this channel was on 4-4. It was in Aries Gate, under double 4 energy influences, and back then I was speaking about being ready for the change. So now it feels like we are in this change. We are sitting on this chair. And what next? What next? Once I consider myself sovereign, I consider myself stable, and I consider myself able to create what I would love to create. It's like a long-term goal for this emperor. Okay, it's also the card that keep on going back. This emperor, I will keep them together so we can have them both. Look, here two kinds of masculine archetypes in full power. Here is the emperor, and long-term goal for emperor is excitement, is self-expression, is kind of lion attitude, lion king I would say, because here we have like a full mature archetype of the fire in the persona of a king, and here we have emperor. So here his long-term goal is being visible for his strength, for his excitement, and investing into things that not only makes him shiny, not only makes him a positive kind of leader, but also create a new exciting structure for his community, for people around him, and it's creating kind of chain of inspiration. Because once I am here with this consciousness of emperor that gave me positive pride, but also gave me better understanding of responsibilities, then this is like the ambition. This may be my ambition, so maybe that's the question for the collective reading for these inner emperors. What is your true ambition? What is the ambition of your heart? Because it's possible we have kind of ambition of our mind, and many of the emperors of this world are only ego-driven emperors. I would say it makes that they rise and then they fall because they cannot. Ego drive never drive us far and long, and never drive healthy community development. What is needed in community development and in long-term goals is more this energy, Lion King I would say, and I would repeat myself, that is rooted in my heart, that is linked to my emperor attitude and to knowing my resources and knowing my background, but sending me directly to the heart and to this kind of leadership that is giving example of action that are aligned with the heart. And easy said, and how it can be done. Because on my tarot reading, and both astrology and tarot, my main focus and my intention is to allow doing, is to allow inspired action, is to inspire people for action that are linked to the heart and inner truth and to the inner guidance. Because only setting a goals is not enough. When I work with the clients on setting a goal, I take them for a journey and for the trip. They are very nice tools for moving yourself into the goal. Not only setting it and having it in your head, because I think it's far too much energies that are only linked to the head. We need to link it to the heart and to the feet and going forward. And here we have another great arcana, also the one I was lately recording for the YouTube shorts. And she looks kind of good with this emperor. We were starting with the emperor as the identity archetype. Then we were having this Lion King, the King of Fire, one of the highest expression of inner fire. And in the middle, the way, it's she. How do you feel her? The card 11, numerologically speaking, 11 is linked to healing or to whole healed balance. And in traditional tarot, she is seen as the justice. So taking my steps, I need to double check if I consider them just, if I'm balancing my action with the doing, and if I'm really having agreement with my heart that what I'm planning to do is right, not only for me, but also for collective. Maybe sometimes I'm having a big dreams or even more. A lot of fire. A lot of fire is in the air these days. I will make like a little conclusion. Why I'm also very happy I'm in Munduk Notipubut these days. On Sunday was a big solar flare explosion. Saturday, Sunday were like tremendous for the helps for some people. I was having fever. First I thought I got kind of infection. Partly it's also true, but what I got, it was a lot of sun rays and a lot of energy showering my body. So now I'm making a balance also with that, and maybe also these two cards coming from collective, the Emperor, and it's good to see him, the King of Fire. With each sun downloads and shift in our consciousness, new perception of justice appear. This card is also seen like a karmic balance, and I think this karmic balance is especially supposed to be very important for the Emperor, because Emperor, this inner, mature, positive archetype of masculine, is not thinking only of himself and of his ego. He is having long-term perspective, and the more power I have, the more conscious of the impacts I'm supposed to be. And this lady coming as a middle step between Emperor and the King of Fire shows me that only when I will balance my decision and I will consider bigger picture and include the possible good results for many, then I can grow into healthy expression of Lion King and King of the Fire. If I would be a selfish little boy here, little boy I mean also in a woman can be a little boy, in a girl, in a man and in a boy, it's not about my gender, it's about the energy that can be mature or immature in me. So if I am here being immature, means if I am this kind of emperor and I'm having ambition, but I'm having also this mindset that I will remove everything from the way that is not aligning with my ego will, then nothing good will happen. But if I'm growing to understanding that my sovereign decision can be also aligned with justice, what is good for the collective or for all of us, then I have easier way and healthy way to embracing inside of me more of the fire and sun consciousness. These cards are showing like that. We are in Gemini Gates, so it's a lot about throat and a lot about communication. And I think one more card is needed here, because it's a lot of feminine, a lot of masculine here, and I would love to balance it with one more card. However, Justice is already like a strong feminine presence, but she's more like a Kali, so she's not the harmonizing feminine. She's the feminine who will make whatever is needed to keep justice, but maybe it's not the nicest feeling with her. And okay, even more fire is coming. With such a lot of fire, we really need to balance it with water. With this card, it's like a Mars. Mars is at the end, maybe that needs to be mentioned. Mars right now is at the end of Leo. If Mars is like a selfish boy, then his action will not lead him to the father fire archetype. They would rather lead him to the conflict with justice, inner justice, or just justice in general, karmic justice. So maybe these days is also a day to focus closer on this Mars. What are desire and drives I have right now? Feel them, let myself express them, because Gemini is a lot about expressing. Not only expressing for doing something, it's expressing in sake of communicating. And maybe I need to speak out what I'm considering before doing it. That would be very wise if I'm having very passionate Aries. And Aries is in the fire, Aries is in the Leo, so some of my decision and speech may be too fast and too quick and too fiery, and I need water to balance it, so I will give us water. I really hope for water to put something in between this Mars archetype and the mature Lion King fire archetype. I really want water here. A little of water came. It's not the crystal family I was hoping for, but it's already grounding the fire. And this we can feel like a more Gemini free spirit, investing more of your time in playing music, in having fun. Here we have these cancers on the beach in the city environment, but this young person knows how to find nature also in the city, and his presence is more calming. Also observing my state of throat, and that I needed to go very slow these days because of solar flares and a lot of sun. Sometimes feeling such a lot of energy from the inside, wise thing to do is to slow down, invest this energy in fun and investigation, and not dashing forward quick solution and doing, because doing with such a lot of fire and karmic presence of justice, not sure if anything new can happen. Maybe that's also like the observation reminder for those who feel like really applying something new and pushing forward. We have a lot of fire, so we can definitely push forward, but the question would be what will stay at the end of this pushing. So the better idea here would be just slow down for a little while, do what you consider attractive and exciting, and give yourself a little more time with making a long-term decision.